In today's video, I'm gonna pick my top 10 Arsenal forwards since the Invincibles until now. Guys, please smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. That helps me immensely with the YouTube algorithm. Let me know in the comments what I did wrong, who could have been a better pick. At number 10, I've picked none other than the master of passing, the king of assists, the German bowler, none other than Mesut Özil.
Watching him live was an enthralling experience. There were few better players at finding space between the lines. He was eternally adjusting his position about his opponents. If the center back marked him, he'd drop deeper. If the holding midfielder marked him, he'd push higher. He was forever dragging opponents out of position to benefit his teammates. He made overlapping runs into wide areas to allow the wingers to cut inside and shoot. This is partly what made Ozil feel so modern. He wasn't a number 10 who was constrained in central areas, easily shackled by opposition holding midfielders. He would drift out wide, acting as a winger more than a central playmaker. And some of his assists were wonderful, particularly a volleyed backheel for a Karim Benzema goal at Real Madrid and an outstanding assist for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in a dramatic Arsenal win over Leicester City when he cut through the opposition with ease, almost casually playing the ball as an afterthought. Moving to the Premier League in 2013 meant Ozil missed Madrid's run of 4 European Cup successes in the next 5 seasons, and his subsequent Arsenal experience became a tedious soap opera. To recap, there was the club record fee, the excellent start, the assists, the brilliant first half of 2015-16, the ineffective second half of 2015-16, the 4 FA Cup final wins, the lack of tracking back, the body language debate, the inconsistency under Unai Emery, the contract saga, the dramatic freezing out by Mikel Arteta, the social media commentary on Arsenal games he wasn't selected for, but he was, on his day, still brilliant. And what you thought of Ozil served as a referendum on what you wanted from football: technical genius or overt effort.
On number 9, we have one of the best Arsenal's players in the past decade, a brilliant technician and one of Arsenal's finest, Santi Cazorla.
Few thought much of it when Arsene Wenger signed Santi Cazorla in the summer of 2012. 6 years later, he left Arsenal as one of the manager's greatest signings and one of the fans' most beloved players, and he could have been so much more. That same summer of 2012, Robin van Persie was set to leave for Manchester United, and all anybody cared about was who would be signed to replace him. Lucas Podolski and Olivier Giroud were eventually handed the unenviable task. Considering the Dutchman ended up leading United to the title and scoring more goals than Podolski and Giroud combined, it could have been regarded as a poor transfer window, thanks almost entirely to the signing of Cazorla for what now looks like an absolute bargain of £15 million. It would go down as one of Wenger's best. The first task for every new signing is to win over their new club's fans. Podolski and Giroud failed to do so on their debuts, with both unable to find the back of the net in a 0-0 draw against Sunderland, but Cazorla was immediately impressed. With Alex Song signing for Barcelona and injuries keeping Aaron Ramsey and Jack Wilshere out, the Spaniard was tasked with being the team's creator-in-chief. He rose to the challenge and then some, creating numerous chances that his teammates failed to convert, earning man of the match in the process. After Arsenal was held to another goalless draw against Stoke, Cazorla adopted the age-old philosophy of if you want something done, do it yourself. In the next game, against Liverpool, he claimed his first assist, putting the ball on a plate for Podolski. Just over half an hour later, he got on the score sheet himself with the help of a howler from compatriot Pepe Reina. Not that he cared. 3 games in, he'd already got a goal, an assist, and a man of the match award. Not too shabby.
On number 8, we have Arsenal's star boy, best player in the last 2 seasons, easily, the Academy's treasure, Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka started this Premier League season just like he did the last one. Even though he's not always 100%, he's already making a big impact. People think he's amazing, especially considering he's only 21. His skills with the ball are top-notch, and he's known for having one of the best left feet in football right now. When Saka was just 7 years old, he joined Arsenal's academy, and everyone could see he was special. His coach back then praised his decision-making and skills. Those qualities are still clear in every match he plays. He's not just good at scoring goals and making assists, he's also really versatile. He can play in different positions on the field and still perform well. Even though he's young, Saka has achieved a lot already. He made made his debut for Arsenal's main team when he was only 17, and he's broken several records. He's been through tough times, like when he faced racial abuse after missing a penalty in a big game, but he didn't let it stop him. He bounced back and showed everyone how strong he was mentally. Saka has consistently been one of Arsenal's best players. He's won trophies with the team and has been named Player of the Year. His skills and mentality make him stand out, and he's become a key player for Arsenal. He's already making a mark in the new season, and fans can't wait to see what else he'll achieve, especially now that he'll be playing in the Champions League.
For number 7, we have a bit of controversy. I know he didn't leave the best way most of Arsenal fans would have liked it, but nonetheless, he left a mark in the club. So I think he deserves to be in the top 10. And with that being said, my top 7 Arsenal player since the Invincible is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Back in January 2018, in one of his final major acts as Arsenal manager, Arsene Wenger signed Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for around £60 million, a club record at the time. Aubameyang, one of Europe's most prolific goal scorers, instantly became a success at the Emirates, elevating Arsenal's attack and registering 70 goals across his first 2.5 seasons in England. However, 4 years later, the Gabon legend has been let go for free, 18 months before the end of his contract, and is reportedly set to lose out on €7 million worth of wages in the second half of the 2021 to 2022 season due to his move to Barcelona. Despite Aubameyang's initial success at Arsenal, his performances declined, and his relationship with the club deteriorated over the last 18 months. His departure raises questions about how Aubameyang, once considered one of this generation's greatest strikers, reached this point and where it all went wrong.
For number 6, I've chosen a player that I really like, because even though he didn't score 100 goals for Arsenal, he provided many assists. He was exceptional at link-up play. Maybe the best striker since Percy. Here you go. Number 6, Olivier Giroud.
Scoring goals in football is often described as one of the most challenging tasks on the pitch. It's a skill that can elevate a player to legendary status and is often the most sought after attribute for any team, particularly at the highest levels of the game. In the realm of center forwards, who are tasked with leading the line and finding the back of the net consistently, the search for a prolific striker can be akin to finding a needle in a haystack. Enter Olivier Giroud, the French striker who has spent a significant portion of his career at Arsenal. Over 4 years with the Gunners, Giroud showcased his ability to find the net with remarkable consistency, boasting an average of 20.5 goals per season across all competitions. With 82 goals in 188 appearances, his scoring record is nothing short of impressive, averaging a goal every other game.
Okay guys, we reached the top 5, but before I give you my top 5, I'd like to ask you to subscribe if you enjoy the content and like the video as well if you enjoy the content. With that being said, top 5. We start with Theo Walcott.
Theo Walcott scored 108 goals in 397 games. But do you consider him a club legend? Almost 2 decades have passed since the young star emerged with his incredible speed and skill. Pep Guardiola praised his talent, Arsene Wenger likened him to Thierry Henry, and Lionel Messi called him one of the toughest opponents he faced. Fun fact, he was even asked to feature in Harry Potter. Walcott started his football journey at Newbury, then moved to Swindon Town and finally Southampton, a club known for producing top talents. At just 14, he signed a sponsorship deal with Nike. He quickly made an impact, helping Southampton to the FA Cup Youth Final. Arsenal saw his potential and signed him for £5 million, which could rise to £12 million with bonuses. He debuted during Arsenal's move to the Emirates Stadium and immediately made an impact, assisting the first ever Premier League goal at the new stadium. He had memorable moments, like scoring in crucial matches against top teams and shining in the Champions League. However, injuries plagued his career, causing him to miss out on World Cups and European Championships. Despite this, he finished his Arsenal career with over 100 goals and numerous assists.
On number 4, we have someone who is not my favorite Arsenal player, but nonetheless he was exceptional footballer. He caused a lot of havoc in the opposition box and scored many goals and provided many assists, so I think he deserves a number 4. Alexis Sanchez.
At one time, Alexis Sanchez was one of the top players in the Premier League and world football. He consistently made great contributions, scoring amazing goals every season. However, despite his talent, he declined and had to move to different teams in Europe. But how good was he during his best years with Arsenal? Let's take a look. Sanchez was born in Chile on December 19, 1988. He started his career in Italy with Udinese, initially struggling but eventually becoming one of the top scorers in Serie A. His success caught the attention of Barcelona, who signed him in 2011 for around 26 million euros. He became the first Chilean to play for Barcelona and impressed with his versatility and skills. Although Sanchez had some injury troubles in his first season, he still contributed to Barcelona's success. He won several trophies with the team, including the Champions League. However, he didn't play as much in his second season, despite putting up good numbers. In 2014, Arsenal signed Sanchez for £35 million, making him one of their most expensive signings at the time. He quickly became a fan favorite and a key player for the team. Sanchez could play in various positions and consistently performed well, scoring important goals and providing assists. In his first season with Arsenal, Sanchez helped the team win the FA Cup, scoring crucial goals throughout the tournament. He continued to shine in the following seasons, becoming one of the best players in the Premier League. He had a particularly outstanding season in 2016-17, scoring 24 league goals and helping Arsenal win another FA Cup. However, despite his success, Arsenal struggled to compete for the league title and Champions League. Sanchez's desire to win trophies led to frustration, and he eventually left Arsenal for Manchester United in 2018. Although Sanchez's career took a downturn after leaving Arsenal, his time with the club will be remembered for his incredible performances and contributions to the team's success.
Okay guys, here we go. Top 3. We enter the Hall of Fame of Arsenal. And to be honest, this was the easiest pick for me of all the others. So number 3, Robin van Persie.
The story of Robin van Persie's footballing journey is one filled with triumphs, setbacks, and ultimately a legacy that cements him as one of the finest strikers of his generation. Born in 1983 in Rotterdam, Netherlands, Van Persie's early years were marked by his undeniable talent on the football pitch, juxtaposed with disciplinary issues that hinted at a rebellious streak. As a youth player, Van Persie's skill was evident to all who saw him play. His left foot was a thing of beauty, capable of delivering precise passes and thunderous strikes with equal finesse. However, his attitude problems often landed him in trouble, leading to clashes with coaches and authorities alike. Despite these challenges, Van Persie's natural ability shone through, earning him recognition as one of the brightest prospects in Dutch football. Van Persie's professional career began at SPV Excelsior before he made the move to Feyenoord at the age of 16 in 1999. It was at Feyenoord where he truly began to blossom, showcasing his talent on a bigger stage. His performances caught the eye of scouts across Europe, but his reputation for being difficult to manage made some clubs hesitant to take a chance on him. In 2004, Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger saw something special in Van Persie and decided to bring him to North London. Wenger's belief in the young Dutchman's talent was unwavering, despite concerns about his disciplinary issues. Van Persie was tasked with the challenge of transitioning from a left winger to a central forward to eventually fill the shoes of Arsenal legend Dennis Bergkamp. Van Persie's early years at Arsenal were marred by injuries and inconsistent form, but flashes of brilliance hinted at his immense potential. His breakthrough came in the 2011 to 2012 season when he enjoyed a prolific campaign, scoring 30 goals in the Premier League and winning the Golden Boot. His partnership with fellow striker Wayne Rooney at Manchester United further solidified his status as one of Europe's top forwards. On the international stage, Van Persie was a key figure for the Dutch national team, representing his country in multiple major tournaments. His memorable diving header against Spain in the 2014 FIFA World Cup remains one of the iconic moments of his career. Despite his undeniable talent and achievements, Van Persie's career was not without its share of controversies and challenges. He faced criticism for his occasional outbursts on the field and clashed with managers during his later years at Manchester United and Fenerbahce. In In 2019, Van Persie announced his retirement from professional football, bringing an end to a remarkable career that spanned over 2 decades. Throughout his journey, Van Persie's love for the game and his unwavering commitment to excellence endeared him to fans around the world. In conclusion, Robin Van Persie's legacy transcends the goals he scored and the trophies he won. He will be remembered as a footballer who overcame adversity, showcased unparalleled skill, and left an indelible mark on the sport.
Number 2 is someone who doesn't need any introduction. He was part of the Invincibles and my second most favorite player of all time, Dennis Bergkamp.
Like many boys growing up in the Netherlands in the 1970s, Dennis Bergkamp was inspired by Johan Cruyff's style of play, but he was also interested in geometry and admired Glenn Hoddle. When he played football on the streets of Amsterdam, he used delicate touches and angles to navigate around obstacles like pavement and parked cars. This was just the beginning of Bergkamp's journey to becoming one of football's most graceful players. Bergkamp's early years were shaped at Ajax, where he learned from 2 influential figures, Johan Cruyff and Louis van Gaal. Cruyff especially had a significant impact on Bergkamp, who made his debut under his management at just 17 years old. Despite some initial success, Ajax faced challenges after Cruyff's departure, leaving Bergkamp to adapt to different coaching styles. Under Van Gaal, Bergkamp's role evolved, moving him from a winger to a central attacking position. Ajax played with intensity and discipline, and Bergkamp thrived, scoring goals and creating opportunities with his precise passes. Bergkamp's talent didn't go unnoticed, earning him accolades such as Dutch Footballer of the Year and catching the attention of top clubs across Europe. He eventually joined Inter Milan in a record-breaking transfer, but struggled to fit into their style of play. His move to Arsenal marked the beginning of a new chapter, where he became a key player in Arsene Wenger's revolution. Bergkamp's technical ability and vision made him a perfect fit for Wenger's attacking style of football. With Arsenal, he won numerous trophies and earned individual awards showcasing his brilliance on the pitch. Despite his success at club level, Bergkamp faced challenges with the Dutch national team, often falling short in major tournaments due to various obstacles. However, he left his mark on the international stage with unforgettable moments, including a memorable goal at the 1998 World Cup. Bergkamp's legacy extends beyond his playing days, with former teammates and coaches praising his exceptional skill and influence on the game. He retired in 2006 as one of football's greatest number 10 SS, admired for his elegance, creativity and technical mastery.
We'll reach number 1. I'm sure everybody knows at this point who it's gonna be, so there is no need for any introduction.
Thierry Henry made football look easy, scoring goals with style and seeming unstoppable at times, but his journey to the top of football had its challenges. Born and raised in Les Ulis, a tough and multicultural area near Paris, Henry emerged from this environment, along with other football talents like Patrice Evra and Anthony Martial. Henry's talent was nurtured at Clairefontaine, the French Football Federation's training center, before he joined AS Monaco at 17 under Arsene Wenger's management. While Henry's progress at Monaco was impressive, he struggled to find his footing as a prolific scorer. Despite this, his unique traits were evident in his play, including his smooth acceleration and trademark side-footed finishes. Although he gained recognition for his performances, Henry faced setbacks, including a controversial episode with Real Madrid and a brief stint at Juventus, where he didn't fit the team system. However, his desire to join Arsenal under Wenger's guidance remained strong. In 1999, Henry finally joined Arsenal, initially struggling to adapt and facing criticism for his lack of goals. However, a memorable goal against Southampton marked his arrival, and he quickly established himself as one of the Premier League's top players. Henry's time at Arsenal was marked by remarkable achievements, including league titles, FA Cups, and becoming the club's all-time top scorer. Even after leaving Arsenal for Barcelona and later playing in MLS with the New York Red Bulls, Henry's legacy remained intact. His extraordinary career earned praise from football legends like George Best, Michel Platini, and Ronaldinho, highlighting his status as one of football's most exceptional talents.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the content and have a good rest of the day. I'll see you next week.